All right, well, welcome to Facebook Live. I'm Dr. Furlong from Furlong Vision Correction. Today is Friday, December the 1st. We just finished a great day of laser eye surgery, and this is also coincidentally the day we're going to do our live Facebook feed. Today we have an exciting group here, and we're going to talk a little bit about our annual Gift of Sight program that I started in 2002. Nice T-shirt, by the way. We'll talk a little bit about the program. So in 2002, I started a program that we now call the Gift of Sight. And today I brought a couple of people from the program that helped me make it such a success. What the Gift of Sight is, it's a program I started to give up to 10 free laser eye surgeries a year away to deserving individuals. And over the years, we've worked with many nonprofits, including Hope Services, and several others. The last 3 years, we've been really excited to work with the Cost of Courage Foundation. This is Kelly Estes, founder of the Cost of Courage Foundation. Welcome, Kelly.
Hi, Dr. Furlong. Thank you for having me.
And we'll talk a little bit about her involvement in the program. And then this is Hank Provost. Hank is a retired and U.S. Air Force veteran, and he is one of the recipients of the Gift of Sight program this year, 2017. Welcome, Hank.
Thank you very much, Dr. Furlong.
In
so many ways.
We're going to talk a little bit about why you're wearing this getup here in a second. I met Kelly about 3 years ago when I was at a San Jose Earthquake soccer game. And we got to talking. She had a booth there about the Cost of Courage. I didn't know what it was at the time, and I asked her about it, and it turned out she does great work with veterans. And one of the things that I am always looking for is patients that could benefit from laser eye surgery who are great candidates but who otherwise can't afford this procedure, which is generally not covered by insurance. So Kelly, can you tell us just a little bit about what the Cost of Courage is and how we met and how we were able to benefit some of the people in the program?
Yeah, so the Cost of Courage Foundation is a local 501c3 nonprofit, and we are dedicated to supporting the needs of military veterans and their families. We do scholarships, we have an emergency aid program, we do a lot of care packaging, and just a lot of assistance for veterans locally. So that's why when I met Dr. Furlong, it was kind of like a match made in heaven, because we kind of had the same philosophy about helping vets and what can we do to make their lives a little bit easier, especially those who are homeless or at risk. And that's why I think our partnership has worked over the last 3 years. We've been able to it's been 18 veterans so far have benefited from the program, and it's just been amazing, life-changing experiences for everyone involved, and we're so grateful for this opportunity and for all your staff and you. I can't thank you enough.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, and Kelly's foundation is called The Cost of Courage. They have a Facebook page and a website. She does great work, and in fact, when we work together annually, that's only a little bit of what she does. She does a lot of great work for the veterans, and it's just such a privilege to work with a quality person like you, because we're able to touch so many lives. Hank, I want to touch base with you just a little bit. So Hank, tell us a little bit about your history of your service and then how you got to be a part of the Gift of Sight program this year.
Well, I was 7 years in the United States Air Force, and came here. I lost everything in Gilroy, believe it or not. And so I ended up in a homeless shelter, the Veterans Homeless Shelter in Alum Rock, which happens to be a very nice place. And these guys came to and visited us, and they offered this program to us, and I was so happy to get selected, but scared.
Well, going through laser eye surgery isn't something you do every day.
Yeah.
What we do is we provide not only the final surgical services that we do annually, but prior to that we have to identify potential candidates. So we draw on a larger pool. We did go to the shelter, and as we've done the last 3 years, and we talk a little bit about who might be a good candidate, and the people in the audience kind of listen to hear, is this something that they might benefit from? And so we have an application process. We bring these veterans in and about a month before the surgery date, and then we select our candidates based off who's a candidate, and then we have a lottery system, and fortunately you were one of our recipients this year.
I'm so fortunate too.
And so before we get into the reason you're wearing a helmet and one of your passages that you like to do, when I met Hank, as I looked at his eyes, he definitely was an excellent candidate. He didn't function well with contact lenses at all, and his glasses prescription was pretty strong, and it did impede a lot of what he likes to do. So tell us
Yes,
why you're wearing a helmet.
Which is my rollerblading.
There you go.
Yes. And it's aggravating when you're looking at the ground and everything shifts. So but I've been skating again like I had when I was 30 years old. Easy. And it was wonderful.
And we did the surgeries this year at the end of October, so it's been about just over a month since we did your surgery.
Yeah.
How, in addition to obviously the rollerblading, what other things have you benefited
You
from?
won't believe this, but I can see everything. It's like I still reach for my glasses. I still push them up my nose. They're not there.
It's a
I
habit.
love it. I can see everything.
Excellent.
Close up, far away, in between. I don't know how you took trifocals and did that.
Well, we try our best, obviously, and we use the best technology available. And as we have completed another year of the Gift of Sight program, Hank being one of our 9 recipients this year, we plan on doing this annually, and we've had such a great time with it. Our staff get excited about it every year because it's such a it's one of those things that we just like to give back to those that have given to us, and it's just really something where it's a privilege for us to do. One of the things that that we wanted to make sure as you watch the Facebook Live segment is if you do have questions, you can submit them right there on your screen. We'll receive those and we'll do our best to answer all of the questions. Kelly also wrote a book called The Cost of Courage, and that kind of started this whole thing. Tell us a little bit about what's in the book and why you wrote it.
Oh, well, so one of my uncles was killed in action in the Doolittle raid, and his brother was a POW in Stalag Luft 3, so I wrote a novel about their story. The proceeds were going to other organizations locally that were supporting veterans, so that's why I kind of started my own foundation with the Cost of Courage Foundation, and it started as a scholarship fund in the name of my uncle, so that we could honor his life and his memory and everything, and it's kind of blossomed from there into what we have now, and that's why I'm just so grateful. I can't tell you how grateful I am just to have come from, the book to this and now to this wonderful program that I've seen lives change. Literally, we have seen that happen. A lot of our vets over the years have been able to finish school. They've been able to get jobs, move out of the shelters that they've been in. Their situations have improved so much. And I mean, just as a nonprofit founder, that's our goal, to make sure that vets are getting the help they need, and I've seen that happen firsthand. So, I mean, it really, and Hank, I mean, you're one of those success stories, and I'm just so thrilled with where you are now and how far you're going to go from here.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I got to stick something in though, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
I was afraid to get in there, and what I was amazed was when I got out about less than 5 minutes, no pain whatsoever.
That's good.
That was such a miracle. I cannot tell you how much I was afraid for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
This was a true miracle.
Yeah, and we are available to answer questions all day long about the technology and our program, and we just wanted to bring you two in today to talk a little bit about the program. We're going to go to some of the questions because we want to answer them as we go through the Facebook Live segment. So let's take our first question. So I like the Gift of Sight program I liken it to other kind of charitable programs that I was aware of when I was a resident and learning ophthalmology. There were programs that I were aware of that gave cataract surgery to those that didn't have medical insurance. That's an example, of a medically necessary procedure that insurance does cover, but as we know, not everybody has medical insurance. And there were programs already set up to help patients who had cataracts but didn't otherwise have the resources. And so since LASIK is different and it's generally not covered by insurance, there was no program that I was aware of that actually could benefit those that were financially not in a position to have it, but would really impact their lifestyle. So what I did was I created the program. I approached our vendors who supply us with our technology, our medication, eye drops, and got the staff buy-in, and we just started the program to identify those that could benefit and otherwise couldn't afford it. We work with hundreds of optometrists in the area that have many of these patients in their practices as well, and they will send patients in to be considered for the Gift of Sight program too.
So Hank, did you say at one time that an eyelash in your eye hurt more than the surgery? that
Oh,
you had?
yes, I did, and that is true. The doctor gave me pain drops for my eyes, which I didn't use. They were wonderful.
Can you send those back?
Yeah, yes, I can. They're sitting on my desk.
Kelly, do you have any fundraisers? Do you do fundraisers for your foundation?
Yeah, so every year we've had celebrity bartender at the Capitol Club, and we did a great fundraiser this year and did talk about the Gift of Sight. So we do that every year, and we're looking into different fundraisers. We're always collecting items for our emergency aid program, so all of that is on our website, thecostofcouragefoundation.org, along with the Gift of Sight information, because we do the applications every year. So we collect those and kind of go through them, process them, and help the staff determine, who's going to come in and be a good candidate for the surgery.
And you guys also do like scholarships
We
for
do.
vets, and you guys
Mhm.
also do like care packages that you guys
Yeah.
send overseas. That's totally awesome.
Yeah, we're constantly, people can donate, they can pick a program, or they can just donate in general. It's anything helps, anything you can give. We don't turn anyone away, and we just want to continue to be able to offer what we offer in the community.
That's great. Let's do another question.
Was there a time when you were an activist, Hank?
Oh.
Oh, yes. I consider myself, I still am actually, but I had something to do with a memorial for the hostages that were held back in 1980 and Tiananmen Square. I do like to have my voice heard.
Did something about the Buffalo News?
Yes, the Buffalo News did a big story on it. Yes.
Dr. Furlong, are you going to continue to have this program? Are you going to continue with this program?
Yeah, so every year we do this in the summer and fall every year, and we have a schedule. It's pretty routine for us now, but we engage all of my staff in the office, and we have different roles that we need to fulfill, because it is an undertaking to not only say when are we going to do this, but how do we have our resources set up? Who are we going to work with this year? Who do I identify who the possible candidates are? It's really a team effort. It is one of those things some people do ask me, well, why do you do that? I mean, you don't have to do something like that. And it's just something that is so rewarding every year that it's kind of a no-brainer for us. We just do it, plan on doing it every August, September timeframe, and we will continue doing it for the foreseeable future.
Hank, did you join the Air Force right out of college, and did you actually
Actually,
go to Kent State?
I was drafted. I was going to Kent State University, and I was a wrestler, and I ended up with a disease on my back that had to be burned off, and so I became available, so to speak. And I said, nope, I can't point a gun at somebody, so I joined the United States Air Force, and I'm glad I did.
How many years were you in the Air Force?
7.5 years.
Oh, okay. And what did you do?
Well, actually, I worked on top secret communications
Okay.
for the Air Force.
Can you tell us anything?
Oh, mademoiselle.
Hank, what advice might you have for someone who is considering having LASIK?
You know, if I had known what I know today, I wouldn't have had any second thoughts, and I would definitely be putting away money so I could have this done. The freedom is unbelievable. And I get tears in my eyes just thinking about it. I'm so glad not to have glasses.
Those tears don't hurt, right?
No.
Well, we're going to wrap up our Facebook Live segment for today. Please, if you still have other questions and would like to submit them, we will answer them after the Facebook Live segment today. We like to do these about once a month. Thanks for joining us today to talk a little bit about the Gift of Sight program that we do every year. Kelly, thank you very much. Do you want to say a few words?
I think I'm good. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for
Dr.
coming.
Furlong.
And thank you.
Very much. Thanks for coming and joining us today.
Thank you so much.